Good afternoon, students. So happy to see you again. I hope all of you returned the exam well, right? So, last 3 weeks back, we learned the lesson 2 nutrition in animals, right? So, in that lesson, we studied about what is nutrition and what is food, okay? And also, we studied that all kinds of animals obtain food from their surroundings, right? So, here we studied 3 types of animals. Do you remember? What are they? We studied about herbivores, carnivorous, and omnivorous. Okay? Some animals feed only on plants, they are called herbivores, and some animals feed only on other animals, that animals are called carnivores, and some animal eat both plants and animals, right? So they are called omnivores. Okay, and also we studied about the process of nutrition. Okay, so here we studied 5 stages, right? What are they? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and digestion. Okay, so let's recall one by one. What is ingestion? The intake of food into body is called ingestion. Okay, so do you remember that? What is ingestion? The intake of food into body is called ingestion. And what is digestion? The breakdown of food into simpler substances is called digestion. Okay, and third one is absorption. What is absorption? The uptake of the soluble substances produced during digestion by the tissues in the body is called absorption. Okay, and the fourth stage is assimilation. The use of simple substances to build complex substances required by the body is called assimilation. Okay, and the fifth stage is digestion. Digestion means the elimination of undigested food from the body is called digestion. Okay, so next we studied about nutrition in amoeba. Okay, so in nutrition and amoeba, how does an amoeba take its food? When it gets near food, it senses it and it forms the finger-like projections called pseudopodia. Okay, what's the name of that? Pseudopodia. Okay, this completely covers the food and this leads the formation of a space or cavity called a food vacuole. Okay, that is food vacuole. Inside the food vacuole, some digestive juices are secreted and the food is digested. Okay, so then it is then absorbed and assimilated and the undigested part is thrown out. Okay, so through the cell membrane. Okay, so likewise the amoeba takes the food. Okay, next we learn about nutrition in human beings. Okay, so you know that in human beings 5 stages are there. Okay, so that is ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and digestion. Okay, here we studied 2 stages deeply, right? What are they? Ingestion and digestion. Okay, so you know the definition of ingestion. Ingestion means the intake of food into the body is called ingestion. Okay, and also see, listen, the intake of food into the body is called ingestion. Okay, so the process of nutrition starts in the mouth. Is it? We are taking the food through our mouth. The food is taken in the body through the mouth only. Okay, so in the mouth, you know that we have the teeth and the tongue, right? So the teeth and tongue help the food to chew it. Okay, so we studied about that types of teeth, right? So how many types of teeth we have? 4 types, right? Incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Okay, and an adult human can have a maximum of 32 teeth. Okay, so there are 4 incisors, 2 canines, 4 premolars, and 4 or 6 molars in each jaw. Okay, so here we studied about incisors. You know that incisors are present in the upper jaw and 4 in upper jaw and 4 in the lower jaw. Okay, so total we have 8 incisors for us. Okay, and also these incisors are also called the biting teeth. Okay, the incisors are also called the biting teeth. Okay, and the second one is canine. Okay, the second type of teeth are called canines. These canines are also called the tearing teeth. Okay, so it is present on the either side of the incisors. Okay, 2 in each jaw. That is so total of 8. Okay, and the third type of teeth is called premolars. Okay, so these are broad and flat teeth. These are present next to the canines. Okay, so 4 in each jaw. That is a total of 8. Okay, so these premolars are also called the bicuspid teeth. Premolars are also called the bicuspid teeth. Okay, so what is the use of the premolars? It helps to chew and grind the food. Okay, and the fourth type is molars. Okay, so the molars are also called crushing and grinding teeth. Okay, the molars are also called the crushing and grinding teeth. You know that they are present on the large back teeth. Okay, so they have a wide grinding surface and are used to primarily to chew the food. Okay, so 4 types of teeth we studied. Then you know that our teeth are made up of a hard material. It is come out of calcium, phosphorus and other mineral salts. Okay, so this material is called dentine. Okay, and also the outer shiny layer that you brush is called enamel. What is that? Enamel. Okay, so each tooth is rooted in a separate socket that is called gums. What is the name of that? Gums. Okay, so between 6 to 7 months of age, most infants begin to get their baby teeth or milk teeth. Okay, and also the most people have all of their permanent teeth by the age of 21. By the age of 21. So you know that here already it is given clearly. Okay, and next we studied about tongue. Okay, tongue. Okay, so you know that the tongue is the fleshy muscular organ. Okay, so the tongue has approximately 10,000 taste buds. Okay, how many? 10,000 taste buds. Okay, see these taste buds are present all over the tongue, but our ability to taste come from the taste buds. Okay, it is present mainly on the tips, sides and back of the tongue. Okay, the taste buds are present on the tip of the tongue, sides of the tongue as well as the back of the tongue. Okay, so the action of the saliva, the action of the teeth, tongue and saliva changes the chewed food into a soft mass called bolus. Okay, so through the mouth we are taking the food. Now with the help of the saliva and also the teeth and tongue help to chew the food. Okay, so that chewed food is turned as a bolus. Okay, that soft mass called bolus. Okay, so this is ingestion. This is the first stage of ingestion. Okay, next let's see about digestion. We studied about digestion. Okay, so the breakdown of food into simple substances is called digestion. Okay, so mainly breaking down is happening in digestion only. Okay, so now the chewed food is on the mouth. The swallowed food has to pass through the throat or to reach the esophagus. Okay, here epiglottis is a flap of cartilage which keeps chewed food from going down the windpipe to the lungs. Okay, then the through the esophagus the food pass through that. Okay, so you know that what is esophagus? The esophagus is a muscular tube. Okay, it connects the mouth and the stomach. Okay, so the food cannot move on its own, right? So the tube or the esophagus has to move or shake. Okay, to move the food through it. Okay, so the wall of the esophagus contract and relax, and this creates a wave like movement called peristaltic movement. Okay, so these movements help to pass the food into the large sac like muscular organ called stomach. Okay, so you know that what is stomach, right? The wall of the stomach are lined with a membrane called mucosa. Okay, so here the mucosa secretes the mucus and it protects the inner lining of the stomach. Okay, so the food is churned and made it into a paste called the chyme. Okay, what is the name of that? Chyme. Okay, so the chyme then leaves the stomach and enters the small intestine. Okay, it leaves the stomach and enters the small intestine. Okay, so here the small intestine is a long and narrow coiled tube connected to the stomach. Okay, as the chyme enters the small intestine, bile from the gallbladder and pancreatic juice from the pancreas mix the food. Okay, so the bile is secreted by the liver and it is stored in the gallbladder. Okay, so the pancreatic juice break down the carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Okay, the pancreatic juice break down the carbohydrates, proteins and fats into the simple substance. Okay, and starch in foods like potato, rice, wheat, here these all breaks down into glucose. Okay, so we know that glucose is a kind of sugar. Then the proteins broken down into amino acids. Okay, protein broken down into amino acids. The amino acids are the building blocks. Okay, so this is about digestion. I think till this we studied about that. Okay, after this, see this now the food is passed to the digestion. The next stage is absorption. Okay, so we studied the examples, definition of the absorption. Okay, what is absorption? What is absorption? Already we studied about that. Absorption means the uptake of the soluble substances. Here, you know that the absorption means the uptake of the soluble substances produced during digestion by the tissues in the body is called absorption. Okay, so even though digestion continues in the small intestine, the main job of the small intestine is to absorb the nutrients obtained by the digestion process. Okay, so the inner wall of the small intestines are lined with thousands of small finger-like projections. Okay, that is called villi. What is the name of that? Villi. Okay, so these villi increases the surface area of the lining and this makes absorption more efficient. Okay, so each villi has a network of thin and small blood vessels. Okay, so this villi enable the nutrients present in the digested food to be absorbed and it enter to the bloodstream. Okay, and it enter to the bloodstream. Okay, so now the chyme now passes into the large intestine where water and minerals are absorbed. Okay, So now in this process the nutrients are absorbed and utilized by the body. Okay, so this process changes to assimilation. Okay, now the process is assimilation. Okay, so you know that what is assimilation? The use of simple substances to build complex substances required by the body is called assimilation. Okay, so the nutrients absorbed in the blood are transported to the rest of the body. Okay, so the final product of carbohydrate digestion is glucose. This glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide and water in the cells, okay, with the help of oxygen, and by this energy is released. Okay, so here amino acids are used to repair worn out cells and tissues. Worn out means it is the damaged cells and tissues. Okay, and also the fatty acids and glycerol, it acts as energy reservoirs and stored for further use. Okay, so now the large intestine is move on to the large intestine. Okay, so here the large intestine is broader and shorter than the small intestine. Okay, it is 1.5 meter in length. After all the useful nutrients from the digested food and absorbed into the blood in the small intestine, the remaining undigested food materials pass into the large intestine. So and also here the water and minerals are absorbed from the food in the large intestine. Okay, so from the large intestine the water and minerals are absorbed. Okay, so mainly many friendly bacteria present in the large intestine. It helps in the digestive process. Okay, so after most of the water is absorbed from the undigested food, a semi-solid mass called feces is formed. Okay, so the feces is stored in the rectum until it is removed through the anus. Okay, so you know that here the process of digestion happened. Okay, so now you know the definition of digestion. Digestion means elimination of undigested food from the body is called digestion. Okay, what is digestion? What is digestion? Digestion means elimination of undigested food from the body is called digestion. Okay, so now we studied about nutrition in animals. Okay, so next let's move on to the topic nutrition in ruminants. Okay, nutrition in ruminants that we'll study in the next class. Okay, so now here, so today I'll send you the pages for the lesson 2. You have to read the passage. Okay, in the next class I'll ask the one word to you, so you have to be ready for to answer the one word. Okay, so it may be fill in the blanks or choose the correct answer or true or false, anything. Okay, so you should go through the pages and be ready for that. Okay, after that I'll give the book back answers to you. Okay, students, thank you. We'll meet in the next class. Okay.